Hey guys, how are you doing today? I hope that you are doing fantastic. It is Wednesday, which means, we're halfway through the work week, which is super fantastic, and it is the beginning of May. I couldn't be happier that it is now May. April was a hard month for me, as you guys know, and I'm excited to sort of, clean the slate and get started on this reading month. So before I do that, let's do a little wrap up of what I read in the month of April. So this month I only read 4 books, but I say only, but you know what? It was a really good reading month for me. I might not have read as many as I normally do, but there have been a couple of books this month that really helped me change the way I perceive things and the way I am and my goals and things like that. So without further ado, let's get started. The very first book that I read this month was A Sheet Cake Named Desire. It's a piece of cake mystery series by Jacqueline Brady. And I read this book with Kayla at Literature Reads, and this was an amazing, cute little book. I will put my Cozy Mystery rating system right down below. I gave it a 3.6 out of 4 stars, and it was just so much fun to read. So it follows Rita Lucero. She hates losing. She's ready to get her life going, and she can't do that without her ex-husband finally signing the divorce papers, and she's not gonna wait any longer. She leaves Arizona and flies all the way to New Orleans, and she is willing to camp out in his sitting room at his bakery until he comes out and signs the divorce papers. I mean, he's the one that left her in the first place, so why is he taking so long to sign the papers? Well, while she's trying to get him to sign those papers, he actually ends up murdered. And she is sort of shanghaied into figuring out the whodunit by his mother. And so not only is she trying to figure that out, she's trying to figure out who she is as a person and whether or not she, as a baker herself, is interested in taking over the company or selling it off. And so this was a really cute series, the beginning of the series, and I am so happy that we read it. I will most definitely be picking up more in this piece of cake mystery series. The next book that I read was the Cozy Mystery Book Club Book of the Month, and that was Salt and Pepper by Leslie Budwitz. Just so you know, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing a live tweeting with Leslie Budwitz using the hashtag Pepper with Questions. You know, it's a Spice Shop mystery series, Pepper with Questions. I thought it was pretty funny. And you can ask her all about the Spice Shop Mystery Series, or you can ask her about cozy mysteries in general. She just went to Malice, a cozy mystery or a mystery sort of convention, which I'm super excited to ask questions about. So this series all revolves around Pepper Reese. She is, starting her life over. She has bought herself a condo that she has beautifully decorated. She has stopped her job that was well paying, but not as happiness invoking, and she has decided to go out on a limb and buy the Spice Shop in Seattle's very popular Pike Place Market, and she is super excited. The only thing she's really worrying about is should she sort of fade out of the old theme and advertisement of the Spice Shop and sort of lift it up with her own theme. But she realizes that she kind of has to put that aside when she comes to work one day and there is a homeless man dead on her shop's doorstep with a cup that has her store's logo sort of by his hand. And so he has to have been poisoned. Of course, she has no idea who this person is. The cops come, including her ex-husband, who is a bike cop in the Markets district, and one of her employees is actually arrested. And she has put it upon herself to sleuth the whodunit and to figure out what's going on before her shop loses business and before an employee that she knows is innocent gets sent to prison for the rest of their life. This was a really good series. I believe that, you know, I rated it a 3 out of 4 stars. It's a very good start to a mystery series. If you want to know all of our thoughts, we did a live stream on Angela's channel down below, and you can go and watch the live stream and what everybody thought within the book club. But it was a very cute book, and I am excited to read the rest of the series. The next book that I'm going to talk about, I'm not happy with. It was Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I was actually super excited. I thought this book was going to be a lot about, or sort of in the same vein as The Broken Girls by Simone St. James that I fell in love with last month's Book of the Month Club book pick, and it wasn't. It made me uncomfortable. It made me, there's a lot of trigger warnings in here that I didn't expect from the book, and it's just not my cup of tea. It follows this young girl. She's supposed to be perfect. Her name is Ellie Mack, and she goes missing. So the police believe that she has actually become a runaway 10 years later after her missing. Her mom, Laurel, is, the case is reopened when they find bones in a backpack, and they believe that it is Ellie Mack's body and that she did in fact run away. Well, this book sort of follows also like 3 or 4 different perspectives. It was very confusing to read. I wouldn't recommend this book, but you might like it if you like a thriller or a suspense, but I do want to warn you there are trigger warnings, and I would not reread this book. I rated it a 2 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. And last but certainly not least, probably my most favorite book that I read this month was You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life by Jen Sincero. If you want to know sort of like my live thoughts on the matter, you should go and look at my video that is all about this book. But this book helped just get me out of my funk. In all of April, I was in a funk. I was just sad. I was depressed. I had so much anxiety, and I really needed something to help center me. And this book did it. I mean, I highlighted so many things within this book. Fear will always be there, poised and ready to wreak havoc. But we can choose whether we're going to engage with it or turn on the lights, drown it, and crawl past it. We're always going to have things that we're afraid of in life, but we need to triumph over those fears or those ways of maybe thinking we can't make it, we can't do the things that we want to do. And this really, really helped empower me towards the end of May. So much so that I created the Create Your Own Book Box tag, which I am so super excited about. I released it on Monday, but I've had so many people be interested in the cozy escape experience that people have been asking me if I'm actually going to create my own cozy mystery box. And the answer is maybe. I have down below a pre-launch site. I want to get up to, or at least 100 people signed up to say that they would love to have the box before I spend or invest too much time or money into creating a book box that's an experience, an escape that might not work out. So if you really, really want to see a cozy mystery book box, please go and look at that link down below. It's the Cozy Mystery Escape .launch.com or something along those lines. It will be down below, but this book really, really helped me get into the mindset of realizing I have potential to do whatever I want, and so do you. If you want to create a booktube, go do it. You want to go take pictures of books and have a bookstagram, do it. Do whatever that you have a passion for, but you think that you might fail at, because you know what? You're not going to fail at it. The only way you fail is if you don't even try. So that was my reading month for April, and it started out really well. It petered in the middle, but then it just really sprung up at the end of April. And so I am super, super excited to see what the rest of this year has for me. So that's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye. Well, aren't you the most prettiest kitty? Cleo. Oh, you're just gonna lay down right there? Cleo, you do know that Mom's gonna film, right? Cleo, Cleo, Cleo. Well, I mean, it is, you know, pretty perfect since you are the icon for the reviews for Cozy Mysteries. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Love you. Oh, bath time. Yep, my life.